What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man, Levi Harrell, and I am here and I am excited for what I'm calling a strategic conversation with my dear sister and friend, the Lisa Thomas, who is amazing. We've met some years ago, and she has just been a consistent, caring, innovative, athletic. She's an author, she's an educator, she's all these things, but I'm gonna let her tell it even more. But listen, while you're coming in the room, share this broadcast, tag somebody, phone a friend. If you have a private group, a private chat on Facebook, go ahead and share it. Tag everybody, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your niece, your nephew, all of that. And if you're going to watch the replay, well, what's up to the replay people as well? We're live here and we're also live on YouTube. So come on in the room. And while you're coming in the room, also drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. Are you in Africa? Are you in Canada? Are you in New York, LA, Texas? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But listen, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and bring my sister into the room. We're going to just have some dialogue. And listen, we're going to probably just laugh and have a good time and touch on some serious stuff as well. But listen, I want you all to have a heart of expectation. I want you to know that this is going to be a moment of empowerment, of being enriched, being enlightened, and just all the things, all the things. So bring your virtual energy, bring your spiritual energy, bring your emotional energy, bring your strategic energy, whatever you got, bring it. So coming to the stage, y'all clap it up for my dear sister Lisa. What's up, girl?
Hey, Levi. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you taking the time out for, giving me this platform. We're gonna have a good
Yeah.
time. I'm ready. Let's
Yes.
talk. Let's
Y'all,
talk,
listen,
Levi.
I can't help but smile. I think we both smile because it's just good energy, good vibes,
Yeah,
just
yes. That's what we
excitement.
need, right?
Absolutely. In this
That's what we
crazy
need.
world we live in, we definitely need all
Yes.
the positivity, all the excitement. But again, y'all, share this broadcast. Lisa is a
Yes.
wealth of knowledge. She's a wealth of wisdom. And I just want to publicly say before we even get started, ever since I've known Lisa, she has been such a genuine, kind individual. There's no hidden agendas, there's no biases, there's nothing. She is just a genuine woman, a fun woman, an inspiring woman, just
Uh,
all of that. And I have to be honest, I travel and I'm around a lot of people, and it's hard to find good people. So I just want to say, Lisa, thank you for being good people. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Levi. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I can say the same to you. And it's so real. It's good when you're able to connect with people
Yeah.
on just themselves, just being real, just being just authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a natural connection, and personalities like that will connect. So thank you for that, Levi. I
For sure. Absolutely. For
appreciate that.
sure. The
Thank
few, the
you.
proud, the chosen, right?
Absolutely.
But listen, there's so many ways we can go with this
Yes.
conversation today, tonight, whatever time the people are watching. But
Yes.
let's just start with who is Lisa and what is your why?
Oh, Levi.
I know that's I know.
I know. You got me. It's okay though. I'm Lisa. I am a mother first,
Yeah.
and I'm a mother first. And my specialty is the special needs population.
Yeah.
Most people know that that's my area.
Mhm.
I just love the special needs population. I love all people. I love to just see people thrive. I love to
Mhm.
see that a person that they say can't do something will eventually it will happen, even
Yeah.
with challenges. So that's basically who I am. I'm a mother first. I'm
Yeah.
also a triathlete, race
Yes.
all over the world. Yay, to
Yes.
the USA.
Yes, indeed.
So we
And
have
you're
a
an
good time.
ambassador, right?
I'm sorry.
You're an ambassador, right?
Yes, I'm an ambassador for USAT Triathlon Foundation, on the leadership team with the USAT Foundation. We have a really,
Nice.
really nice team. Really, I mean, everybody stick together, support one another,
Mhm.
and it's
Mhm.
so beautiful. It's amazing.
I love
Um,
that.
uh,
I
so
love it.
that's my life. I basically live for the special needs and work for the special needs. I have designed a program that would pretty much set the special needs population in place that
Mm-hmm.
I service them in group home settings.
Mm-hmm.
And if a parent decides to leave their individual in the home, I take care of that individual. If an individual decides to stay at home that has special needs, we send individuals out to help, providers out to assist. And
Nice.
that's basically what I do in a kind of in a nutshell. That's what I
Yeah, yeah.
do.
But I love what you said. You said you're a mother first, and I'm big on terms
Yes.
and terminologies. And we're
Yes.
living in a world where a lot of people say things, but that's the aura you give off. You, like you
Yes.
said, and when you speak of being a mother, you're saying I'm a nurturer. I'm
Yes.
I'm a caregiver. I'm a provider.
Yes.
I'm one that has an idea and I nurture it. I cultivate it. I develop it.
That's
So
right.
a mother, you that's a whole loaded
That's what I
statement.
said, Levi. And I tell you what, it comes in all different ages. You
Yeah,
know, it's not just the little babies. I mean, whoever
right.
come around, if whatever we need to do to get you to where you need to be,
Mm-hmm.
I try my best to set an example of inspiration. If
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like there's a challenge in your life, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that there's something that you're trying to accomplish, I
Mm-hmm.
know that there has to be a way to get there
Yes.
because
Yes.
of the challenges that I've faced in my life as a young
Mm-hmm.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I speak to the families, not just women. I speak to the fathers that are single fathers. And
Yeah.
also, you see, and you have these grandmothers now that are taking care of
Mm-hmm.
their grandkids, and not just in the special needs population, but just period. So I speak
Mm-hmm.
to all of these families and try to make sure that they are encouraged. And not only just saying it, I show them that it's not, that's where the triathlete come in at, where
Mm-hmm.
you can enjoy life. You can
Right.
take time out for yourself. That
Mm-hmm.
self-care is important. Travel in the world, being able to say that I matter. Everything
Yeah.
that you give out, making sure that you put it back in. And
Yeah.
and the greatest thing, Levi, is just asking God for a strategy. How
Yes.
do I do it?
Right.
Because,
Right.
yeah, how do you do this? Because every day is a day. You'll
Yeah.
wake up and you don't know what the day is going to bring,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a strategy to how to get through it and what to do.
Absolutely.
What's the process
Mm-hmm.
on how we are going to accomplish just this one day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what.
You triggered a couple of thoughts, and not even to do a shameless plug, but when you just said about the day and strategy, I recently wrote a book. They're actually sitting right here, called Today's and Tomorrow's, and literally in that book, we're talking about how to curate a strategy for
Yes,
each and every day, because you have to understand today is the only day that you have to do what you can do that day.
that's
Yeah,
it.
there's tomorrow, but today has its own assignment. Today has its own initiative. We even go down to a scientific level, from the weather to the energy to the lights. There is certain things in place that ensure that no day is the same. And
That's
so,
right.
so speak to that for a minute, whether it be with strategies, whether it be with helping the special needs or anyone that is in your path. How do you wake up each day and make sure you maximize the day, not
Uh,
leaving certain things for tomorrow? Because again, tomorrow's got its own agenda, tomorrow's got its own stuff. So what does Lisa do as a mother, as a human being? What does Lisa do when she wakes up and embraces each new day?
I'll tell you what, Levi, that's the key. That's the key to being strategic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a matter of how are you going to dissect your day,
Yeah.
right? So it's how are you going to be in position to say, okay, I need to do this,
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing everything that you need to get done,
Yep.
and being, just going right, just making sure that it's going to get done. Don't deviate from it. Even if, now, if you have to shift your day, make sure you
Mm-hmm.
go back and make
Yeah.
sure you get. It's okay to say, "Oh, I'm going to start back over again today."
Yeah.
It's okay to do that, but make
Yeah.
sure you cover every part of the day. And what I do, I look at, there's going to be 24 hours in one day.
Yep.
So in order for me to be successful in my one day, I want to
Mm.
make sure that I mean, everything that I need to do, it
Yeah.
has to get done. How am I going to do it? And
Yeah.
I do it one thing at a time.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
where the athlete come in at. That's where the mothers come in at. We,
Yeah.
as mothers and caregivers and parents, we know how to break down the day.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
we have that in us.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of you pulling that, whatever is in you, you pulling
Hmm.
that out, and you
Yeah.
making it, and you making sure that this is what I'm going to do. No distractions,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? If the
Yeah.
distractions come, you have to realize that that's a distraction because I did not accomplish what I said I would do by
Yeah.
this hour.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how I'm able to get it done. And even if the distractions are there, no matter what, at the end of my 24-hour, Levi,
Yep.
I'm going to make sure that it gets done, whatever
Yes.
it takes. Because I have
Yeah.
in my mind, it all has to get done
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
right? And that's basically what my mantra is.
I love what you just said. Identify distractions.
Mhm.
Identify distractions and then remove them so that way you can
Yes.
win your day. I love that. So being an athlete, being a businesswoman, y'all, she's also an author. Being an author, I'm about to say the list goes on. How in your business and being a caregiver, how has what you do in your routines as an athlete structured your mindset and how you tackle business or how you tackle initiatives or how you even approach the children, the parents, like you said, even the fathers, the single
Oh yeah.
fathers, grandmothers? How has being an athlete helped you as it relates to tackling the other areas that you lead and that you're a curator of?
How that happens, and it plays a major part because as a triathlete, we do three disciplines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you prepare for one event, one discipline, you
Yep.
prepare for that one discipline. You
Mm-hmm.
get ready for the next discipline. You don't do it all at one time. So
Mm-hmm.
what happens is how that relates is that I remain to stay calm
Yeah.
and say, okay, this comes up now. I need to switch hats,
Mm-hmm.
and my business needs my attention right now. I need to get into
Mm-hmm.
the office,
Mm-hmm.
or oh, I need to go do a workout right now.
Mm-hmm.
But or something happens in the homes. I need to go
Yeah.
take care of the homes because I also have to get on the floor. I also have to
Mhm.
take care of my kids sometimes. It
Right.
doesn't, because when people think that you're in business, your staff, this big shortage that we've had, you
Right.
have to get on the floor and work your business. You
Right.
have to make sure your business is in order. So it
Yeah.
all comes in discipline. It all comes in what you want and being successful,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to do a lot with just taking it one thing at a time, Levi.
Yeah.
Just taking
Yeah.
it one thing at a time and
Yeah.
knowing it will get done.
Yeah.
Just be determined and persevere through it and
Mhm.
make sure that it will get done. That's
Yeah.
how it happens.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. I love that. I also want to ask you while we're in that vein, because we have just so much I want to ask and talk about this so much. But while we're in that vein, I've even learned when it comes to whether if you're an athlete, working out, taking care of your health and wellness, can
Yes.
you speak to the necessity
Oh,
of making sure your body and your
yes.
heart and your soul are together? Because I know for me, it's one and the same. When I'm
Yes.
working out, doing cardio and running, and you get your heart rate up,
Yes.
I don't know the science behind it. I'm sure you probably know it. I think clearer. I do.
Yes.
When I
Yes.
start doing cardio, I literally am
Yes.
on the treadmill, or if I'm outside running, I have to grab my phone because I start
Yes.
getting revelation. I feel like I hear
Yes.
God better.
Yes.
I feel like I can
Yes.
see clearer. I feel like my
Yes.
energy's up. Then I'll sit in the sauna, and while my body's
Yes.
detoxing, I can't
Yes,
tell you
sir.
how many messages I've created sitting in the
Yes.
sauna because
Yes.
I can hear. So speak to that, having the body be active, that's
Yes.
you up to divine revelation. And like you said, the strategies, you have an idea,
Oh yeah.
but how does working out, being an athlete, the body, what is your perspective on that?
That is that is so key to be able to jump in the pool or jump in the water, jump in open water, whichever way, swimming. That's
Yeah.
where I get most of my revelations at.
Take me to the
Because
water.
let's go to the water. You got to take it to the water. So I get so many revelations in the water,
Yeah.
and it's a moving, it's when you basically just sitting and you're relaxing and your endorphins have kicked in and you're able to hear and you're able to just move. You can hear God so clearly.
Yes.
It's like, Lisa, this is how you do this. I'm like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, what do I do in this situation? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hold on, I'm going to show you. And as I begin to move, as
Yeah.
I begin to do anything in movement, and then once I'm quiet, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it comes.
Yeah.
I hear it. It's just, it be so clear. Like you're saying that's when the
Yep.
so much encouragement, so many revelations, so many strategic ideas on how to get this done.
Yeah.
It comes in
Yeah.
movement. That's
Yeah.
why I try my best to give so many inspirational posts and moving, because
Yeah.
it's power in staying I mean active and moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love what you just said. There's power in movement. And if I'm looking down, it's because I'm trying to engage with the people that's on social media too.
You're
They're all
fine.
logged in. Let me shout them out. We got Lisa Reynolds in the room, Amber in the room, Nikki in the room, Aunt Linda in the room. We got Miss Brown in the room. They're all commenting saying this is good. Tina's in the room from Texas.
All
Yes, yes,
right.
yes. Make sure y'all share this, y'all. Daphne, what's up? I see you. I see you. But yeah, what you just said, there's power in movement. It reminds me of the scripture where it says with the lepers, they were healed as they went.
As they went.
So,
That's right.
so if we have to pull a nugget from that, what I just heard was whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, just move.
Just move.
And when you
That's
put
it.
one foot in front of the other, God will
Just
give
move.
revelation, God
I
will give
tell you,
insight, God will give wisdom, but you've got to move.
you gotta move.
You've
Yep.
got to move.
You got
Yes.
you
Yeah, I
just stay
love it.
moving, and then once you begin to move, it's like, oh, the key to this, Levi, is when you do not,
Mhm.
regardless if you're exercising, regardless if you're in a business meeting, regardless
Mhm.
of whatever you're doing, it's like when I don't feel like doing something
Yeah.
and I make up in my mind, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
It becomes mental,
Yep.
and you begin to get past what you're thinking that you can't push through or push
Mhm.
past.
Mhm.
And you have a very important meeting or you have a
Mhm.
very important test. And when
Mhm.
you just show up,
Yeah.
that's to me, like I said, that's a part of your movement. Don't
Listen.
stop moving. You gotta keep moving. Whatever those mentals, whatever those blocks,
Yeah.
whatever the child, whatever is going on in your life, you step over that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go push through it. You knock down those walls and say,
Mhm.
I'm gonna show up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do what I have to do, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be successful. That's just what I'm gonna do,
Yes. Y'all do me a
regardless.
favor in the chat, type that, write it out, show up, show up, show up.
Show
I'm
up. That's
I'm
right.
smiling, Lisa, because I have a text message group that I send encouraging words to and prayers to every day. And for the last few days, the prayer has been, Lord, show us how to show up or show up. So I'm smiling because you've already tapped into the vein
Yeah, see?
of what we've been saying. And y'all who are watching online, I'm looking at the comments, y'all know good and well that's been what we've been talking about.
Yes,
How do
yes.
we show up in adversity? How do we show up in confusion?
That's
How do
it.
we show up, like you said, when we don't feel like it?
When you don't feel like it.
When you don't feel like mothering today, but you got to show
Yes.
up. When you don't
Gotta
feel
show
like
up.
being the wife today, but you got to show up. The
That's it.
businesswoman today, the leader of whatever industry,
That's
you
it.
got to show
You
up.
just have to just show up. And then once you show up and you continue, it'll become like it's going to be like a regular routine after that,
Yes.
because it's a muscle memory. Because
Yeah.
after a while, your brain and your mental and your body, it's going to be like, oh, I already been through this. I'm getting ready to go again.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to do it. So why are you
Right.
messing with me? So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm going to make it. In other words, you have in your mind where you become just unstoppable. Like, I'm
Mm,
going to make it through this regardless.
yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter what's happening, no matter who in my way, no matter what it looks like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to make it happen. It will
Yeah.
happen. And
Yeah.
that's what we have to do. What Lena?
Yeah, y'all, Lisa on here preaching. Type in the chat again. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it
That's
happen.
it.
No, that's good because and I love this, and it's very practical because everybody says again, oh,
Yes.
show up or do this. But what you just said was key. When I wake up each day and make
Yes.
a conscious decision to show up despite what I feel, it then
Yes.
becomes muscle memory.
That's
So
it.
I'm no longer depending on just my mental or myself to push myself. My body's
Yes.
going to wake up and it's going to be a routine. It's a pattern.
Yep.
Now it's become muscle memory.
That's
And
it.
we could really go down a whole path right there because when you think about life, and I hate to be super deep, but whatever it is, whether it be divine revelation or inspiration, the more you apply it, that's why affirmations and declarations are so
Yeah.
important, and
Yes.
writing
Sure.
dreams and visions out and
That's it.
rehearsing it because
That's
it
it.
becomes muscle memory.
That's it. That's it. That's the real truth. And it is
Yeah,
practical. It is. It's no big old, it's not magic. It's
right,
simple. It's
right.
real simple. It's like, if you, okay, let's just go get this done.
Yeah, just
We
get it
have to
done.
just get it done. That's
Yep,
all. Let's
yep,
get it done. How you get it done?
yep.
You just keep showing up.
Yeah. I want to give
Yeah.
another example to that. The average person, if you practice good hygiene, oh my.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
When you wake up, your muscle memory should say, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm
Right.
taking a shower, I'm
Right.
drinking some water or some tea. So, and I want y'all to understand that because what she's saying is powerful, but it's so practical.
Yeah.
When you wake up, whatever you've been doing yesterday, the day before, whatever you practice becomes muscle memory and it becomes your routine. So
Yep.
here it is. If you don't like your day, change
Yep.
your routine.
That's it.
And if you change your routine and implement a better strategy,
That's
then you
it.
shift the narrative of your day and
That's
you
right.
produce new muscle memory.
That's
I
right.
love that. I love that. I love that.
That's right, Levi.
So
That's
let's
right.
keep going because we got a lot to cover.
Let's
Before
go.
we go to the main thing I want us to talk about, you
Mhm.
did mention about with being a caretaker, you were talking about single fathers.
Yes.
I
Yes.
do want to. I want you to describe that because that's an area that's taboo for a lot of people.
I
You,
know it's,
you
yes.
yeah, you hear about single moms, you hear about grandparents,
Mhm.
grandmothers, aunties, even.
Yeah.
Honestly, you typically hear of the female expression tending
Yep.
to those in need, whatever the case may be. So what have you discovered? What is your experience? What is the mindset of the individuals you're dealing with who are the single fathers? What is that? Just open that up for us.
The single fathers, when I work with single fathers, whether it
Mm-hmm.
be young or middle age, older,
Mm-hmm.
because you, just like you have the grandparents, a grandmother that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
take care of
Yes.
you gotta have a grandfather that
Yeah.
has to take on that responsibility.
Yes.
That is very challenging for the
Mhm.
father, because they most of the time they were dependent
Mhm.
upon the mother or whomever that was caring for the individual.
Yeah.
So what I basically do is take them by the hand and show them how to do that. It
Mhm.
is very hard for fathers to do it. Some of them get it naturally,
Yeah.
because sometimes you'll find that the father is the caregiver,
Right,
is the
right.
primary caregiver,
Yeah.
but in most cases they're not.
Yeah.
So what we do, I just was working with a father last week. What we'll do, we'll just take them, show them this is what you do.
Mhm.
If you
Mhm.
need to get to the school, if you need have any issues in the system,
Mhm.
just call me.
Yeah.
And I'll just come and I'll show you how to do this. Well, Lisa, how we do this, even in the home. How
Yeah.
do I do? And young ladies, and they most of the time have girls.
Mhm.
So when
Mhm.
they raising girls, it's a difference.
It
That's why we
is.
try our best to stay supportive and
Mhm.
stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
and just guide them. Calls, phone calls. It's not. It's like I said. It's not. Doesn't take a rocket science. All we do
Mm-hmm.
is just talk to them.
Yeah.
Just give
Yeah.
them little bitty bits and pieces at a time.
Yeah.
Because if you overload, you know, my oldest daughter is 37, Levi.
Mm-hmm.
So I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing this for 37 years. So
Yeah. 37 years of ministry,
yes,
my
sir.
Lord.
Woo, yeah. So, I have so much information I can bring, but
Yeah,
I try my best to give little bitty bits and pieces at a time,
for
giving
sure.
them
That's
different
that's wisdom.
strategies, different things to do at a time. And then you'll see them like, hey, we all right over here. I'm like, yeah.
Right, right, right.
So, yeah, I just love to see the growth. Like,
Yeah,
be with them through the challenges, and
yeah,
then eventually you'll see the reward.
for sure. No, that's
Right?
wisdom, and I know especially for men. I clearly because I'm a man. I'm a man of routine. And
Yes.
even today, I had to go to physical therapy for something, and they had me doing all types of stuff I've never done before.
Yes.
But mentally, I blocked because
Yes.
I'm used to a routine, but I haven't been
Yes.
in that scenario in a long time. So I
Yes.
had to learn the rhythm of the things they were trying to get me to do and the syncopation and all of
Yes.
that. So I say that to your point, using
Yes.
wisdom to break it up into small
Break it up.
bite-sized
Yep.
pieces so they
Yep.
don't feel overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Yep.
Because if you feel overwhelmed, then you feel embarrassed, then you feel all that and it spirals. So that's wisdom. That's what.
That's it. That's it.
Well,
That's it.
listen, let's jump in. You have an event this weekend in
Yeah.
Houston, Texas.
Yes,
Uh,
we
uh,
do.
on the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the
That's it.
16th,
That's correct.
125 West Air Tex Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77090. Doors open at 6 o'clock p.m. And I'm saying this because somebody asked in the comments, isn't she having an event? Yes. So if you're in the
Yes.
Houston area or the surrounding area, please make sure you get there. And if you're not in the area, catch a flight, get there, and be a part of this gala that is inspired by her son that she will give more information about. But just briefly, because I want to make sure I give all the information.
That's right.
241 Runners Awareness launches a nonprofit effort to bridge the information gap between adopted runaways, their adoptive parents, and law enforcement at the Red Carpet Gala this Saturday, November 16th. So, can you speak to that? Speak about the gala, speak about your son, and how all of this came together, because I think it's such a powerful story. Um, I'm a hush because I was about to go down a whole thing about just how
You
strong you are and how
go,
just
Levi. Go,
you're
Levi.
just because y'all please listen, because when she tells you what took place and what this stemmed from, I can't help but look at her like, just being honest, y'all. Lisa has every justifiable reason to say I quit, to say I give up, to
Yeah.
throw in the towel. The things that she has been through and that she deals with, not just within her own family and her own stuff, but I can only imagine being a pastor in my own right, a coach and a mentor in my own right, the weight of other people's stuff, in
Yeah.
addition to the weight of your own stuff.
Yeah.
And then not
Yeah.
even having avenues and safe spaces, environments to truly discuss how you actually feel
Yeah.
can be a lot. So I just want to say I commend you. And I know for some that don't know, they're like, what are you talking about? She got to tell you. But it's just, I'm just enamored and in awe, and I'm inspired by your strength, by your heart, by your dedication, and how you can take what truly is a tragic scenario,
Yeah.
and yet you're being selfless to
Yeah.
curate an event, an initiative, an opportunity to still say, how do I take my pain and
Yeah.
turn it into somebody else's promise? How do I take
Yes.
my issue and turn it into something that will benefit? That's courageous. And I give you a round of applause.
Appreciate you, Levi.
And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I
Appreciate you. Thank you
truly,
so much.
truly
That means
mean
a
that.
lot. That
Yes,
means a
ma'am.
lot. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
That really, really means a lot to my heart and to my being. It really does. It does a lot. It really, really helps me. Basically, what we're doing on November 16th,
Hmm.
241 Runners Awareness. was birthed out of a tragedy of my son Israel Thomas. I've
Mm-hmm.
adopted Israel when he was 2,
Mm-hmm.
and Israel was 23. He was a runaway. And what we do, we call runaways in the special needs industry runners.
Mm-hmm.
So Israel was a runner. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, what he would do would just run away, and we wouldn't be able to find him. We would go for him. Now, mind you, my son was legally blind. He was bipolar schizophrenia. He
Mm-hmm.
was IDD. Was probably functioning probably on about a 7, 8 year old level. I'll just make
Mm-hmm.
it simple. And we just lived life, and but I start to see Israel's mental
Yeah.
began to just kind of come down a little bit. But what
Yeah.
happened, Israel was hit by a vehicle when
Mm-hmm.
he ran away, and he got hit by a car and was killed.
Mm.
So that happened at 2:41 in the morning. So that's where the 241 runners awareness
Got
came
it.
from.
Got it.
So yeah, it was 2:41 in the a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
So basically, what I experienced, Levi, is that I wasn't able. He wasn't identified. He wasn't able to be identified. So by him being adopted, I adopted him. By
Mm-hmm.
him not being able to have any kind of DNA, law
Mm-hmm.
enforcement or medical examiners were not able to find any type of DNA on him. He
Yeah.
was he was in the morgue for 3 months and was
Mm-hmm.
buried in the Harris County for the 6 months. So we were looking for him for 6 months, and
Wow.
I thought my son was missing, and all this time he was deceased.
Wow.
So that's kind of what happened and how it birthed everything that I did not have, everything that I could not find.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what gave me an opportunity to say, you know what, I don't want another adoptive parent to have
Yeah.
experienced what I've experienced and what
Yeah.
I'm experiencing even now.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know what to do. And again, I was racing, I was training, and
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden I came in on a Sunday and I just start writing.
Yeah.
I say everything I need. It's like God just began to give me the strategy. He began to give me the plan
Yeah.
on putting together a database, Levi, a
Mm-hmm.
database that would connect the families,
Mm-hmm.
connect DNA
Mm-hmm.
with the medical examiners, the law enforcement,
Mm-hmm.
the missing persons. So
Mm-hmm.
you would basically, what we're going to set up is basically fingerprints, footprints, of photos,
Yeah.
and you'll connect all of that into a database, and everybody who's connected will be able to see.
Right. Right.
Right, they'll be able to, like the missing persons will be able to see this database or see this person that's already in the system,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll go from the law enforcement to the medical examiner's office, hospital,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
adoption agencies. So it'll
Mm-hmm.
all just come together.
Yeah.
So that way parents will not be able to, they will know
Yeah. Yeah.
that if something happens and if the individual is lost, run away or something, where at least I know
Mm-hmm.
that that information is in a database system.
Mm-hmm.
And if they find them, then they'll be able to track
Yeah.
every step of who their adopted families are, what hospital
Mm-hmm.
they've been to, what the law enforcement will be able to understand, the medical
Mm-hmm.
examiners, God forbid, if something happens,
Yeah.
then it'll all be connected. Because
Yeah.
they wasn't able to find my son because I adopted him.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get the DNA from me because when I called the medical
Right.
examiner, yeah, they couldn't find it. The
Yeah.
medical examiner was like, well, we can't get DNA from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's when I began to just
Yeah.
give descriptions, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when we began to find out what happened.
Yeah.
So and 6 months later is when I found out that my son was
Wow.
killed.
Wow.
So right now, November 16th, we'll launch this program where
Mm-hmm.
we're in the process of building this system
Mm-hmm.
and bringing awareness to adoption agencies, to schools, to churches, to make sure that their individual has been fingerprinted and sent to our database so we can have them connected to all of
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
systems.
That
That's
is
what we're doing.
that is a brilliant concept and brilliant idea. And again, for this to be birthed in a time
Yeah,
that other people would be crumbling,
yeah,
I think just even the more speaks to your strength. But if you don't mind me asking though, when you
sure.
found out being a mother, being a woman, being a human being,
Yes.
what was that feeling? What, and I don't want to wallow there, but I just think for the sake of transparency and
Oh, it's
relatability,
real. It's
yeah,
real. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to make it. You know,
yeah,
it was so I was in shock, Levi. I was like, it's no way. What
yeah.
do you mean? It's no way that this could have happened. I thought my son was just missing. He's not dead. I thought he was
Mhm,
missing.
mhm,
So it's like, what do you mean? So you go into denial.
mm,
I just
yeah,
went straight into denial, like, no, this didn't happen.
mhm, mhm,
And then once you get that final call of this really did happen,
mhm,
that's when I just had to, of course, I broke down. I'm a break down. I'm a mother. I'm
yeah,
in disbelief. I'm in trying to figure this thing out. How did this happen? And they
mhm.
couldn't get to me to tell me what happened to my son.
Wow,
I had no idea. All this time, I'm thinking I'm waiting on phone calls. I'm waiting on, and he's been dead all this time, six
wow,
whole months. That
wow.
I'm thinking all these months, thinking that okay, he's missing. Where is he?
Mhm,
Then
mhm.
to know that all this time that he's been deceased.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what. And when you feel that feeling in your gut and in the
Mhm,
bottom of your soul,
mhm.
of the just I mean you the grief just overtake you and
Yeah,
you waking up in the middle of the night. You can't sleep at night. I
yeah,
never ever want to have another parent, another family member to go through that feeling.
for
If
sure.
I can stop it, Levi, if I can stop it, that's what I will do. And
Yeah,
I'm determined to see change.
absolutely,
So that's my deal. I'm determined to see
absolutely.
change. I'm determined to see something happen,
Mhm.
that something happen different,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So that's what we're here for. That's
yeah.
what Forerunners Away.
And I thank you for your transparency. The comments are going crazy. Everybody's sending their well wishes to you and their prayers to you
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
all of that. And I'm grateful that you shared that because I've been in this space recently, this past week, and I'm always dealing with leaders of different kind. And I think there's nothing wrong with being strong, but we have to also
Yes.
remember that a moment of feeling weak and
Yeah.
expressing it and saying,
Yeah.
yes, this hurt. Yes,
Yeah.
this doesn't feel good is
Yeah.
just as it's necessary.
It's necessary.
You can't hold that stuff in.
Mm-mm.
You hold
That's
that
not
in.
healthy.
Right.
Mm-mm. It's not
Right.
healthy, Levi. The thing about it is this, and I'm gonna share this.
Yeah.
I did a race. My last race was a half Ironman in Waco, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
one of the hardest races that I ever did. It was on Israel's birthday,
Mm.
and I dedicated that race to him. So
Awesome.
it was so many people that was struggling in that particular race, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I
Right.
thought it was just me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I thought it was just because of the heat. I thought, and it was very
Mm-hmm.
difficult. It was hot. It was
Mm-hmm.
so to go through that, in addition to pushing, that's why I say it's a push in all of us.
For sure.
That no matter what, we can push through it because that was the most challenging. I've done 74 races in 4 years, Levi.
Wow.
That was one of the hardest races that I ever experienced. And it was due to not only what I saw,
Mhm.
but it was what I felt.
Right, right.
Right? So you don't know really what you're going through unless you have to push through it.
Exactly.
So at the end of that race, it was like, whoa, I'm in a physical
Mhm. Mhm.
having to push through something natural.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
in my spirit, that's what I have to realize, Lisa, you're dealing with some real issues that
Yes.
you yourself are going to have to deal with. And
Yes.
that's what I want people to know. It's okay to be slow. It's
Yep.
okay to be weak. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to have a rough day. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to have a rough race, whatever that race may look like.
Yeah.
But one thing I can say, I finished,
Yes.
right? I did
Yes.
not stop. I did not give up. I was determined to go through everything, and I knew it was going to be a tough race.
Yeah.
So when you see in your life that you're faced, just like this, what we're dealing with my son, this
Mm-hmm.
is not easy. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing I know, if I continue and we continue to push through what we're faced with, right? You
Yep.
can't help but come out victorious.
For
It's no
sure.
way.
For
You have
sure.
to come out victorious.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
believe by.
I love that your strength is remarkable, and everybody's on these comments like, wow, 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 wow. Because again, it reminds me, someone said to me, and it's not a word to shout about, but they were like, God has trusted you with trouble.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
And that's what I feel with you.
That's yeah.
God has trusted you with trouble, which the place to shout is because that then means your integrity has gone before you.
No. Right.
You
Right.
know, it reminds me of Job and how the Bible says, have you considered my servant Job? It wasn't because he was trying to hurt him. God knew that
That was.
Job's integrity was
Yep.
going to stand up and unveil another side. And just as he got a double portion, I'm not trying to prophesy, but Lisa, you're going to get yours.
I
You
receive.
are, because
Yeah. I
you're
receive it.
helping so many other people. And when God can trust you with trouble, when God can trust you with pain,
Yeah.
it then becomes a door to new realms of opportunity. And
Yeah.
like you just said, you had no idea other people were dealing with the same thing.
I didn't.
And so God has used you to be a catalyst, a trailblazer. Here it is, a forerunner, literally and figuratively.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
in an area that most people are not talking about. And I think that's why I'm so impressed with you,
Really.
as a human being, because from what you've been doing up until the passing of your son and all that, you've been stepping into spaces that are not popular, that are not
No.
easy. Everybody chases the big stage, everybody chases the lights, but
No.
people are not doing the real work on the grounds,
Yes.
doing the work, putting
Yes.
their own pain to the side to
Yeah.
help somebody else.
That's it.
So let
That's
me ask you this, for the event that's coming up. I know you said this is the launch November 16th. Again, for those
yes.
who are tuning in, it's the gala that's coming, which
Yes.
is an effort to bridge the information gap between adopted runaways, the adoptive parents, and law enforcement.
Yes.
How can people support you, support this initiative? How can they donate? What can they do to support this vision and mission, even if they can't necessarily get there on Saturday, but stay in touch with you to keep this initiative going?
Oh man, that would be awesome. You can reach us on 241runnersawareness.com. We are on social media platforms. That same thing, 241runnersawareness.com. And
All right.
we'll post the QR code if anybody wants to donate. You feel welcome to donate. We appreciate it. All the proceeds that go directly to the 241 runners and runners awareness. And we're building. If anybody looking for me, if you all need any help, we're going into your churches, into your school systems, and
Mm-hmm.
if you're in
Mm-hmm.
the hospital system, if you're in the adoption agencies, I'm willing to use my voice
Yeah.
to help bring this change. So that's
Yeah.
what we can do. That's what you're able to do.
Awesome. Awesome. Yo, I put it on the screen, 241runnersawareness.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to that website, write it down, jot it down. Again, it's on the
Mm-hmm.
screen, and you can get further information as to
Mm-hmm.
how you can support Lisa. Of course, as she stated, you can find that same name, 241 Runners Awareness, or look her up as well on
Mm-hmm.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
So that way she could be a speaker, a voice of change, a voice of reason. You know, I just saw, I think it was Amber's in the comments talking about there has to be a grieving process. I'm sure whether it be
Yes.
grieving, all of that, she can discuss all of those things
Yes.
and process those things. But y'all, this is the type of message that we have to get behind. We have to get behind initiatives like these and support them, because what happens when you're a trailblazer, a forward runner,
Yes.
you feel the weight and the pressure of sometimes feeling by yourself. You
That's
feel
it.
alone. You feel like you don't have support. And sometimes, because it's not a popular conversation, so to speak, people don't like to get behind it. But I'm asking you, if you support me, if you love me, then I need you to support Lisa, because I support her and I love her. And
Appreciate you, Lee.
again, of course, and y'all also understand, even if it's not financial, we hear Dr. Trim, our spiritual mother, said this all the
Yeah.
time. Money doesn't run the world, thoughts and ideas do.
Yes,
And
that's
so
right.
if you don't have capital to donate, give an idea, give a
Yes.
resource, give a connection.
Yes.
We are all one relationship away, one connection
That's it.
away, one conversation away from getting around people. So we must band together to be the vessels of change, the vessels of hope for this initiative. So again, for those of you either just tuning in or need the information again, this Saturday, November 16th at 6 p.m. is going to be the gala. It's going to be at the Holiday Inn Express in Houston, Houston North Intercontinental, 125 Air Tex Drive, Houston, Texas, 77090. And again, if you go to 241runnersawareness.com, you can find more information about it. But also, if you're on Facebook and you have the link, you'll see Lisa's name. Simply
Yeah.
follow her, add her. And again, you can always inbox her, I'm sure, to get
Yes,
any
of course.
further information
Of course.
that you might need. But if you're in the Texas, the Houston area, please get there, show your support. And if you can't get there, tell someone you know that's in the area to get in the room and to connect. Real quick, 'cause I don't want to prolong the time, but as Amber was talking about with the grieving process, can you speak to that just a little bit? Like, what is the grieving process while also having a vision to birth something at the same time? Because nobody talks about
That's what I was trying to figure out too.
that. Yeah.
Because you going to feel it. You will. It's natural. It's human. You're
Mhm.
going to go through your grieving processes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is key. When you're going through grieving, a grieving
Mhm.
process, you can't stop.
Right, right, right,
That's the
right.
key. So you're gonna go through all of the stages.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I go through all of the stages. The stages of grieving doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that means you can't stop. It's
Mhm.
no way I can just stop. If I stop, everything falls apart.
Right,
I
right,
can't
right.
stop. So I have to continue to take care of myself. I
Mhm.
have to continue to stay focused.
Mhm.
And my goal is again to see not one parent, not one
Mhm.
caregiver,
Mhm.
not one guardian.
Mhm.
And that's whatever I need, I've learned to give back.
Yes.
I've learned to give what I need.
Mhm.
And that's basically a part of my process to go through the grieving. It's just basically giving back what I need, what I
Mhm.
feel. So, I mean, it's a part of the process. You're going to
Yeah.
go through it. It doesn't just go away.
Right, right,
And this is
right,
not an emotion of what this
right.
project is. This is going to
Mhm.
happen. This is something that is in motion. It's moving,
Mhm.
right? So this is what we need. We do need the support, like you were saying, Levi. If you
Yep.
don't have the capitals, shoot some ideas,
Yeah.
bring resources, connections,
Mhm.
whatever that may look like.
Mhm.
That's what we need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely. And I love what you just said. And again, I love this candid conversation
yeah,
because I don't like to give people false hope. For those who are talking about the grief, as she stated, whether it be the loss of a child, the ending of a
yeah.
marriage, whatever the case may be, truthfully, even with this whole political election, and not even to get into all
Yes,
that, you got people grieving because of what they wanted to see or think should be or whatever. Grief is a part of life. And like you
that's it.
said, it doesn't go away. And so the prayer or the focus should then be, how do I manage it?
Mhm.
What do I do with it? One thing I do when I'm dealing with any form of grief, I stop trying to be strong and I let myself
You
do it.
just be yourself. Mhm.
Right. Now, what I do is I give myself, depending on what it is, a time limit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got 15 minutes and I'm going to give me a good cry. I'm
That's
gonna
it.
get me a good holler. I'm gonna get in the car and scream
Yeah.
or whatever. And going back to running,
Yeah.
I go to the gym. I run. I'll go do some type of physical
Yeah.
activity
That's it.
because it's the only way. But I want to encourage those listening too. Whatever your grieving process is, please find healthy avenues
Yes.
to
Yes.
grieve. Drinking
Yeah.
yourself under a table, it's
No.
not healthy.
No.
Smoking yourself into oblivion is not
Yeah.
healthy. I get it.
Yeah.
And we're not judging
Yeah.
anybody
No.
and how they express their grief. You can't tell people how to heal. But
Right.
what we recommend is that you find a healthy way.
Yes.
You find a group, find an initiative, find a community. And again, let yourself have a moment. You don't have to always be strong. That is a lie.
That's right.
Stop thinking that you have to always just hold it together. No, you don't.
No,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't. Be mindful of who you break in front of. I will say that
That's right. That's
because it
right.
ain't for everybody.
That's right.
And it's not for pity, but you're a human being. You're a spiritual
Yes.
being having a human experience, and you
Yes.
must allow yourself to grieve and to process and all of that.
That's right. That's right.
So, as we get ready to wrap up, Lisa, to the caregiver, to the mothers, to the single fathers, to
Yes.
those that need a word of inspiration, what would you say to them in this moment?
Oh, I tell you what, it's most people don't realize that sometimes these days that we see when we're in the home,
Mm-hmm.
taking care of your individuals, taking care of your children, taking care of your loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
it gets very hard.
Yeah.
It gets to a place to where it's like I'm the only one doing this.
Yeah.
No one else has experienced what I'm experiencing today.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to speak to that person that is feeling that way. You're not by yourself.
Yeah.
If you reach out and you begin to hear the stories of so many other caregivers, so many other single parents, so many other, I mean, parents that are taking care of their individuals as a couple,
Mm-hmm.
they are having so many challenges out here. But
Mm-hmm.
what I want you to know is that even with the limited amount of resources available,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough.
Yeah.
So that's when you have to become very creative
Yeah.
in your own life and in your own day,
Mm-hmm.
right? Make sure, I would say, Levi, make sure that you take care of yourself first.
For sure. Because you
You
can't
have
take
to
care.
take care of yourself first, right?
Yeah.
You have to do something for you. You have
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you're doing something for yourself every single day.
Mm-hmm.
After you take care of yourself, then and you're healthy, and then you
Mm-hmm.
go and you continue. You take one thing at a time. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying. Is
Yes.
one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah.
think about what I'm gonna do tomorrow, what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
next week, what I'm gonna do next month. Just take
Mm-hmm.
care of yourself and do it one day at a time. That's
Yeah.
that. I mean, we hear it all the time, but you have to actually do that.
For sure.
Focus on that day, and that's it.
For sure. I love that. One day at a time. Keep moving. Maximize your today. Grieving is a process. These are all the notes in my head from what you shared. Keep moving, running, all that. I love it. I love it. Well, y'all, again, go to 241runnersawareness.com. It's on the screens. Make sure you support and you'll get all the information there. Someone was asked if I could put the QR code up, but I don't know how it would let me do it on here. But nonetheless, all the information should be on the website. Let's do
If you
this.
don't, let
Oh,
me
go ahead.
ask you this: if they're looking for the QR code and they want to inbox me, I can
Yep.
send it. I can send it out. Whatever we need to
Yes.
do, I can send it out to them. If they want to reach me directly, you can do that as well.
Absolutely.
I'm right here.
Absolutely.
Right here.
Yes, y'all heard that. Inbox her. You could tell her that I sent you so she knows it ain't just a random
Yeah.
stranger. And make sure she knows so you can get the QR code and support, and you can do that. Also, before we wrap up, I want to do something funny real quick. I want to ask you what's called this or that questions. It's rapid.
Oh boy.
I felt like doing something funny. All right. Number
Okay.
one, grilled cheese or mac and cheese?
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Tacos or hot dogs?
Tacos.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Coffee or soda?
Coffee.
Let's see. We got donuts or ice cream sandwiches.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Those are good. Yes, indeed. Would you give up pasta or would you give up nachos?
Nachos.
All right. Eat the same dinner every day or never be able to get takeout again. What? Eat the same dinner every day or never be able to get takeout again.
I can eat. I'm old school, so I can eat something the same thing every day. So that's not
Listen, I'm here for it for sure. Eat a Lunchable every day or a cup of noodles every day.
a Lunchable.
I got two more. Only be able to eat plain cheese pizza or never eat pizza again.
Plain cheese.
Got it. Never eat fries again or never eat tater tots again. These are funny.
Never eat tater tots. I love fries.
Yes, me too. I actually had fries today for the first time in a long time. Look, I'm looking at everybody's comment and they're laughing. Hold on, I want to do a couple more and we'll get done.
Okay.
This one's about vacations. Go on an all-inclusive holiday somewhere you've been, or travel to your dream destination. But you've traveled all over already.
I travel again to a dream destination. I'll
Bet.
make up one.
Exactly. Right. An action-packed itinerary or a relaxed, sunny holiday.
Ooh, relaxed. Sunny
Yeah,
holiday.
for sure. Get seasick or bitten by mosquitoes.
That is too funny.
This is hilarious.
Bitten by mosquitoes or seasick?
Right. Pick a struggle.
I guess I know I'll get the mosquito bites.
Bet.
Yeah.
Go on an RV trip or go something through Europe. I don't even know what that word is. Something
I like RVs, so I'll take the trip on the RV, Levi.
for sure. All right. Go on a cruise or a hot air balloon ride.
Hot air balloon.
Right? I've never done that. Right?
Me either. Now that I haven't done.
Right. See, there you go. See?
I haven't done that one.
See? Bucket list item. All right. Miss your flight or lose your luggage.
Oh, I missed the flight.
Right. As long as I got my luggage, I can get in the flight.
I got my luggage. I can get it on the flight.
Oh, that's funny. Celebrate New Year's in New York or in Sydney.
Oh, Sydney.
Yeah, of course. It's New York up the street. All right.
Yeah.
Celebrate Carnival in Brazil or Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Brazil.
Brazil, right. And last one, a romantic getaway to Paris or Venice.
Paris.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun. Well, listen, Lisa, I'm so glad we did this. I'm excited for Saturday. I'm still trying to see if I can get there because my schedule's been crazy, but I'm definitely trying to get there. But if y'all are in the area, make sure I'm gonna read the information again. Again, go to 241runnersawareness.com so you can get further information. And again, this is their launching of a nonprofit effort to bridge the information gap between adopted runaways, their adoptive parents, and law enforcement. It's going to be November 16th. 6:00 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Express, which is going to be 125 Airtex Drive, Houston, Texas, 77090. So get your outfit, get your best dress, do what you got to get, do what you got to do.
Right.
And let's support this initiative. Take pictures, meet Lisa. Just she's a good person. She really is. She is a really good person. I don't know why I'm talking. I just thought about, we were in, it was Orlando, I think. We were at Ty Tribbett's church.
Oh,
and we went to either Denny's or IHOP or something to eat breakfast. And that was like, I think probably one of the first times We
Yep.
broke bread together. I don't know why that just
Yes.
crossed my mind.
Yeah. 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 That's
But
right.
it's a good time. Her heart is a heart of gold. She's a pure, genuine woman.
Thank you,
And
Levi.
she just wants to give back. And so if you need
Yes.
someone to connect to
Yes.
support this vision, this mission, and just have another mother, another woman, and a friend that
Yes.
understands what you're going through. Grieving shows up in several different ways.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she could help you in that regard. So with that said, this was fun.
Thank you,
Um,
Levi. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
parting words?
I want to thank you for taking your time. I know your schedule is
Yes, ma'am.
so busy, but I really do, from the bottom of my heart, I know we all love you, Levi. We
Oh
thank you
man.
so much for
Yes,
what you
indeed.
do for the whole entire world. But
Oh
just taking
man,
this time, just a snippet of your day for me,
for
I
sure.
certainly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know I love you. I'm rocking with you. I'm supporting you.
I
And
appreciate you.
for those who have missed it or you logged on late, this will still be on my Facebook page. And Lisa, I'll also send you the link for the YouTube because it's on YouTube as well. And
Okay.
for those who want that, I'll post it in my group as well. Y'all can share this link. Again,
Yes,
like we said,
please.
if you're not able to sow financially, and even if you're not able to attend, share the link. Share the link. Text a
Yes.
few people, tag a
Yes.
few people, and just say, hey, watch this, hear her story, hear this mother, hear this triathlete, hear this author,
Yes.
hear this world changer, hear it, and just support and share, share, share. We are better together, stronger together. All right.
Yes.
Well, listen, y'all, I love y'all. I told Lisa she pulled me out of retirement from interviews. So you got me wanting to continue doing this stuff again. So
Come
I
on,
love
Levi.
conversation. I
Come
love
on. Yeah.
conversation, and sometimes healing comes from this. Like,
Yes.
please know, Lisa, even just with this, those live and replays, someone's healed right now, someone's
Amen.
inspired
Amen.
right now. I'm
Amen.
inspired. You know,
Good.
I will never know the grief of a mother. I will
Yes.
never know that pain. I will never know that. But what
Yes.
I know is the strength. And
Yes.
I just, like I said, I could really go down a whole rabbit hole
Yes.
just about the strength and the passion and the drive I see in you and how it's
Thank you.
inspiring me. So you all,
Thank you.
as we leave, be inspired, be encouraged, continue to pray for Lisa. And if you allow me, that is, I did want to pray for you before we go.
Amen.
And those in the chat, if you want to just type an encouraging word to Lisa, please type it in the chat where she could look at it on the timeline
Thank
afterwards
you.
and just be encouraged. All right. So send us some
Thank
love.
you.
But Lord, we
Amen.
just thank you for my sister. I
Amen.
speak strength to her. I speak continued favor and boldness to her, Father, that even when those moments of grieving still show up, that she will be able to process safely and peacefully, but yet come out with a new strategy, a new idea, a new initiative to keep this vision going. I call this vision and this initiative blessed. Father, I decree and declare that the underwriters that she needs, the supporters that she needs, will come from all over the world, the north, the south, the east, and the west. Father, I pray and I decree and declare that you are sending like-minded people who will be mutually beneficial. Don't let people just come to her to take, but let them come and give and pour into her as well, and pour into the vision and mission as well. And Father, I pray and decree and declare that as Lisa continues to put her hand to the plow, that every concern that she might have, every burden that might be on her back, the things that she's not even mentioning, that you would rectify it, you would heal, you would cover, you would uplift, and you would strengthen her, because her work is not done. Her work is just getting started. And Father, those that partner, that donate, that support, that show up on Saturday, Father, let them not think it robbery to come, but even when they come to support, bless them, bless their house. We understand that when you give, it's a law and it's a
Yes.
principle, and it comes back to you. So Father, give them the resources, give them the strategy,
Yes.
give them the insight, and God, you get the glory. Let
Amen.
people be healed. Let them be inspired. Let them be
Yes.
uplifted. Let them get everything they need. And Father, open even more doors of media opportunity and
Yes.
magazines and
Yes.
newspapers and media outlets to get this message and this story out. So that way people know you can still build, you can still keep moving, and you can take your trial and turn it into a testimony. You can take your pain and turn it into a promise. You can take whatever you're going through and use it as a catalyst of change to help somebody else. So God, we just thank you, honor you, and love you. God bless Lisa. God bless this initiative. And God bless all those who are watching. Even those watching who might have a grieving moment or something. I decree and declare that you too are blessed, and that the same strength that rests on Lisa's life, that God would give you that same power, that same strength, as she is now a leader and a trailblazer in this industry. So, Father, we bless you and thank you. In Jesus' holy, wonderful name we pray.
Amen. Thank you,
Amen.
Levi. Thank
Of
you so
course.
much.
Of course. We do life for real around here.
That's right. Amen.
Yes, indeed.
Amen.
All
All
right,
right.
y'all. Y'all be blessed. Follow Lisa. Get the website. Share, tag, phone a friend, and let's get some wheels to this thing and keep it moving.
Yes.
Until
Yes.
next time, peace and chicken
Peace
grease.
out.